The following matchup is presented and played with Hockey Blast Express, a product of Play Games LLC, copyright 2023, all rights reserved. Welcome to this week's episode of the Hockey Blast Express Hour. In today's episode, we have a great one for you today, as two fierce rivals battle it out for not just bragging rights, but for honor and glory for their teams. Today's featured rivalry will see the 1992-93 Montreal Canadiens taking on their rivals, the 1992-93 Quebec Nordiques, as they add another historic chapter in their historic rivalry. Stay tuned for Puck Drop in Game 1 coming up next. And with that being said, let's get right into Game 1 of the inaugural episode of Rivalry Night here for the Hockey Blast Express Hour. With that being said, let's get right into it. And to begin, we got a 2-2. So that means it's going to be a critical face-off. So check each team's best face-off rating out there on the ice. Right now, that's Stéphane Lebeau for Montreal and, Joe Sakic. So Joe Sakic is going to win the critical face-off, and he gets an immediate 6-star shot against the opposing goalie spec save rating. So Patrick Waugh needs to make a 1 or a 2 to make the stop, which he will do so. And that is it for that segment, and we will move on to the next one. We got ourselves a quality check to begin this 10-minute segment of the first period between players 3 and 1. That's Gurasov and Bellows. The quality we're looking for is hit. Neither player has hit, and we will move on to the next one. We got ourselves another quality check. This time it'll be between players 4 and anybody on the ice for the Habs. The quality in question we're looking for is power. Pick your poison between Desjardins, Damphouse, Ewan, and Leclaire. They all have power. Damphouse and Desjardins both have each have a symbol, a triangle, circle, or square, so they will stay out of it. So it's down between Ewan and Leclaire. I do want to keep that fight rating out there for Ewan, so we're gonna go right across from him with John Leclaire. As both Owen Nolan and John Leclaire both have power, and we will move on to the next segment here in this one. Visitor scoring chance. Here we go. So it's going to be a 34. It reads, visitor scoring chance of a 34. Visitor player in 1, that's Eric Desjardins. He creates a Montreal goal opportunity with a quality roll of power or a triangle. Although Desjardins does not have a triangle, he does have power well enough to move in on Ron Hextall to hopefully make a 1, 2, or 3 to make the stop. He won't, and the Habs will get on the board early, courtesy of Eric Desjardins. The first goal of Rivalry Night goes to Montreal, 1992-93 Montreal's Eric Desjardins. We stay put in this segment with a 166, and I do believe that is a visitor scoring chance, and choice home player scores a goal. So tie game. Let's see who scored the goal for the Nordiques. 9. Second best shot rating. So the best out there right now is a tie between Kovalenko and Ricci, and that means it's a 3-way tie for the second best shot rating between Foote, Huff, and Hunter. Here's what we'll do. We'll have the red die decide. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Again, that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 4. That's Mike Huff. So Mike Huff will score the goal for Quebec, and the Nordiques tie things up at 1 here in game 1. 2 down, and we'll have the score cap be a 6 uh, goal limit here in each segment. I like playing that way, so that's how I've been playing this game. We got a penalty check between players 3 and 4. That's Lapointe and Muller. And it's a penalty check. So Lapointe has a 1.5, Muller has a 1. It looks like Claude Lapointe's going to go to the box as Kirk Muller is going to move in on Ron Hextall to hopefully score a power play goal for his team, which he will do so. So 3 down, 3 to go. We got ourselves a quality check between players 5 and 4. That's Mike Ricci and Stéphane Lebeau. For the quality we're looking for is speed. It looks like LeBeau's going to win this one as he does have speed, so he's going to move in on Ron Hextall to hopefully net a 1, 2, or 3 to make the stop. He won't, and that is the 3rd goal of the game, courtesy of Stéphane Lebeau and the Habs. 4 down and 2 more to go before this segment automatically ends. Visitor scoring chance of a 42. It reads, visitor player in 5, that is Guy Carbonneau. He creates a goal opportunity for his team with a quality roll of hit or a triangle. Unfortunately for Mr. Guy Carbonneau, I'm hoping I'm saying that right. He does not have hit, neither does he have as a triangle. So therefore, this segment and the first period will come to an end, but not before the Habs jump out to a 3-1 lead after 20 minutes here in Game 1 of this episode of the Hockey Blast Express Hour for Rivalry Night. We begin the second period with a home scoring chance of a 22. Visitor goalie must make spec save. It reads, so Patrick Waugh needs to make a 1 or 2 to hopefully do the Statue of Liberty, which he does. So nobody flips, and we will move on to the next segment. Penalty check between players 5 and 3. That's Matt Sundin, and Todd Ewan. It looks like, Todd Ewan's going to go to the box as he has a penalty rating of 2.5 to Matt Sundin's penalty rating of 1. So Matt Sundin is going to move in on Patrick Waugh to hopefully net a goal for his team. Let's see if he does. He does, and it will be considered a power play goal, and it's 3-2, still in favor of the 92-93 Montreal Canadiens here in this revisit of the battle for Quebec. Oh, excuse me, wrong player I flipped. I'm sorry. It was Todd Ewan that needed to be flipped. My fault. So we stay put in this segment with a quality check between players 4 and 5. That is Tim Hunter and JJ Dejanot. The quality we're looking for is smart. It looks like Dejanot is going to win this one as he does have smart. So he's going to be moving in on Ron Hextall to hopefully net a 1, 2, or 3 to make the stop, which he will do so. So the game is within 1 goal here in Game 1 of this episode of Rivalry Night for the Hockey Blast Express Hour. Quality check to begin the next segment here. It'll be between players 4 and anybody on the ice for the Habs. Martin Raczynski, I think I'm saying that right, will be the lucky contestant for the Quebec Nordiques. The quality we're looking for is skill. Pick your poison between Damphouse, Haller, or Leclerc. Once again, I think John Leclerc is going to be the odd man out because I really want to keep at least one. Want to keep at least those quality. Sorry, not qualities. Those triangle, circle, or square symbols out there. So both guys have skill, and that's it for this period for this portion of the period, and we will move on to the next one. We got ourselves another quality check. This time it'll be between players 3 and anybody in the ice for the Habs. Alexei Gusarov will be the lucky contestant for the Quebec Nordiques. He will go up against anybody with the quality of power. Gusarov is not going to win this one as he does not have power, so pick your poison between Odalin, Damphouse, Holler, and Muller. Muller, I do want to save. I think we're going to go with Vincent Damphouse because he has, even though I'm giving up the triangle for him, but he does have power and he does have a lower face-off rating just in case the critical face-off does come about again on the triple special results chart. So we're going to go with Vincent Damphouse as he moves in on Ron Hextall to hopefully net a 1, 2, or 3 to make the save. He does, and that's going to be it for the second period, but not before the Quebec Nordiques add 1 at the end of 40. It's 3-2 in favor of the 1992-93 Montreal Canadiens. We got ourselves a visitor scoring chance of a 14, and it reads, home goalie must make play save. Yikes. Ron Hextall needs to make a 1, 2, or 3 to make the stop. He won't, and the Habs extend their lead. It's 4-2, courtesy of the second best shot rating. Damphouse was, yes, he was used, so I just wanted to make sure. So the second best shot rating. Kirk Muller is the only guy out there with the best. So the second best guy out there is Gary Lehman. So Gary Lehman will score the goal for the Habs, and it's 4-2 here in Game 1. And it looks like Montreal is going to run away with Game 1 here. Let's see if the Nordiques have a chance here. They might. It's a quality check between players 2 and 3. That is Kovalenko and Kevin Holler. The quality we're looking for is skill. Both Andrei Kovalenko and Kevin Holler both have skill, and we will move on to the next segment here in this one. Penalty check between anybody in the ice for the Habs. I'm sorry, not for the Habs, for the Nordiques, and player number 5. That is Guy Carbonneau. It looks like. Ooh. I think we will have the decide or die decide. So, dot, we tie. And we will tie. So, it's down between either Sakic, Gusarov, Lachushin, and yes, those 3. So here's what we'll do. We'll have the red die decide 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Again, that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That is going to be Joe Sakic. So both guys have the same penalty rating of 0.5. And we will move on to the next segment here in this opening episode of Rivalry Night for the Hockey Blast Express Hour. Oh, same thing, Mike. Excuse me. We got ourselves a penalty check between anybody in the ice for the Hab. I'm sorry, not for the Habs again. I keep saying Habs. Sorry. For the Quebec Nordiques against player number 5. That is JJ Dejeunau. This time, here's what we'll do: 1, 2. The Nordiques, or excuse me, 1, 2. The Habs will go on the power play. 3, 4, we tie. And 5, 6, the Nordiques will go on the power play. We'll roll the red die. Again, 1-2, the Habs will go on the power play. 3-4, we tie. 5-6, the Nordiques will go on the power play. It looks like the Habs are going to go on the power play. So the highest out there right now is going to be Owen Nolan. So Owen Nolan will be marching his way to the box as JJ Dejanay will go skating on in to Ron Hextall, hopefully net a 1, 2, or 3 to make the stop, which he won't, and it's 5-2 courtesy of JJ Dejanay. And let's move on here to the next portion of this segment. Quality check between players 3 and 1. That is Gusarov and 1 that is Lyle Odeline. The quality we're looking for is star. 3 and 1. Nope. The both guys do not have star, and we will move on to the final segment of game 1. Oh, and it's a triple four, so this is going to be a fight plus a momentum shot. Let's see. Do we have any takers? Oh, we do. We most certainly do. But here's the thing, though. Um, hmm. Yeah, we got takers. I think we're going to go with Hunter as he's the highest against. How about we go with the guys in 4? Kirk Muller and Tim Hunter will be your fights for this for game 1 of Rivalry Night, the first fight of Rivalry Night here. So let's get it. So we're gonna roll a die until the ref breaks up a fight, until the ref breaks it up. So here we go. We will roll the red die. For fight player lands a punch. If both players land the same fight rating, both land punches. No, Tim Hunter has a higher fight rating than Kirk Muller, so he lands a punch. So 1-0 Quebec. Tied up at 1. I think that counted. Okay, yeah. 2-1 Montreal. 2. Oh, excuse me. 1. So it's a 1-1. So it ends in a tie. So that's my fault. So I had the little cross there. Referee steps in unless if it's the first punch. It was the second punch. So both. So ref comes in, breaks up the fight, and since it ended in a tie, that means the game is over. So with that being said, game 1 will go in favor of the 92-93 Montreal Canadiens. And with that being said, stay tuned for game 2 coming up next. But let's have a look at your game summary presented by your favorite Bitty Beer products. What an epic back and forth matchup between the 92-93 Montreal Canadiens and the 1992-93 Quebec Nordiques. With that being said, welcome to the Bitty Beer post-game show presented by your favorite Bitty Beer products. For game 1, as you guys can see, the game summary is out on the screen right now. Eric Desjardins and many more like Muller and Dejanot were the 2 players to score power play goals for Montreal. Matt Sundin was the only power play goal scorer for the Nordiques. Desjardins went on to net the first goal for Rivalry Night, as well as, of course, Desjardins went on to also net the first quality check win for the quality check attempts for Montreal. Your key plays of the game from game 1 are as follows. Joe Sakic won the first critical faceoff of Rivalry Night, Patrick Waugh nets his first of two spec saves of the game. As mentioned, Eric Desjardins would score the first goal of Rivalry Night, where Kirk Muller would score the first power play goal of Rivalry Night in the 20th minute. Matt Sundin, in the 10th minute of the second period, would score a power play goal to bring the game within one. And JJ Deschanel went on to win, of course, as mentioned, the first quality check rolls of Rivalry Night. Of course, in the third period, the first fight ends in a 1-1 tie. That fight went between Kirk Muller and Tim Hunter. For 3 stars of game 1 are as follows. Patrick Waugh would take home honors for star number 3 at with the win in game 1 as he netted an unofficial 31 saves. Star number 2 went to Stefan LeBeau as he took home a goal and a quality check win. Also, JJ Deschanel would be the star number 1 for Montreal as he took home the power play goal and a quality check win. With that being said, stay tuned for game 2 coming up next. But first, let's take a look at our and also offer up a little bit of thank yous to our Play Games sponsors. We would like to take the time to send out a special thanks to our Play Game sponsors for sponsoring today's episode. Today's episode of the Hockey Blast Express Hour is brought to you in part by Bitty Beer. They say it's a blend of hops, rice, and barley that gives Bitty Beer its distinctive taste. But we know better. It's our brewing process that gives our beer that one-of-a-kind flavor that no premium beer can match. Our vats are have never been clean, so there's an itty bit of history in every can. Bitty Beer, the beer for folks who can't afford better. And we remind you, if you choose to drink Bitty Beer, please remember to drink responsibly. And by Doc Cola, the official cola beverage of the Play Games community. Doc Cola uses the finest imitation ingredients that bring you that sugary blast of caffeine you've come to know and love. With twice the sugar and 3 times the caffeine of any other major brand, Doc Cola is sure to keep you wired from dawn until dusk. So, while you're at it, take the Doc Cola challenge and see where our customers agree you'll never be able to wean yourself from refreshing Doc Cola. And by Ice Brew, the official brewery choice of the Play Games community. Brewed in the frozen tundra of northern Wisconsin, Ice Brew is a beer made for sports fans and tailgating. Our 150-year-old family recipe is brewed to make the most of every ingredient. We use hops, barley, wheat, corn, rice, oats, quinoa, spelt, malt, and sunflower seeds blended together with the finest water shipped in from the shores of Lake Michigan. One sip, and you'll agree there's nothing like Ice Brew. And by Pizza Kingdom, the official pizza joint of the Play Games community. At Pizza Kingdom, our signature New York pizza starts with the crust when we layer on our homemade pizza sauce, then load your pizza up with mounds of cheese. When it comes out of the oven, it's piping hot, golden brown, and ready for you to enjoy. And we give that majestic culinary work of art to Mikey, our 16-year-old delivery driver, who is as responsible as a tree stump. Pizza Kingdom. It was sure perfection when it's left in the store. And without further delay, let's get right into game 2 of this rivalry night matchup for the Battle of Quebec from the 1992-93 NHL season between the Montreal Canadiens and the Quebec Nordiques. We're going to begin game two with a quality check between players 2 and 5. This time it's going to be Brisebois and 2 and 5. Yes, Brisebois and Mike Ricci. The quality we're looking for is power. It looks like Mike Ricci is going to win this one as he does have power. Well enough to skate on into Patrick Waugh to hopefully net a 1, 2, or 3 to make the stop. He won't, and the Nordiques take a 1-0 lead, courtesy of Mike Ricci. One down, 5 more to go in this segment. Quality check between players 5 and 6. We have ourselves Lehman against anybody on the ice for the Nordiques with Smart. The only two out there with Smart are Lachushin and Sundin. Tough, tough, tough. I think here's what we'll do. I think we're going to go right across from them with Matt Sundin because both guys have Smart. Because either way, no matter which one I pick, yes, the quality was Smart. So no matter which one I do, both guys have Smart, and I may be doing something stupid here by taking out Matt Sundin here, but not so fast as we see Joe Sakic come up for the Nordiques, and this is going to end the first 5-minute segment of the first period, and we will move on to the next segment. Visitor scoring chance of a 45. This time the Quebec Nordiques are the visitors, and the Habs are the home team, so we will make sure that both sides get a chance at the home team. Fair is fair. The result we're looking for is 45. And it reads, any visitor player with a power play circle star symbol creates a power play goal. Yes, Joe Sakic does have that power play circle star symbol out there printed on his card. So he's going to be moving in on Patrick Waugh to hopefully net a 1, 2, or 3 to stop the Sakic attempt, which he won't. And Sakic will score the second goal of the game for the Quebec Nordiques as they look to tie things up here in this rivalry night matchup. Again, this is a 3-game set. We will play all 3 games. We will play all 3 games out. The first person to win 2 games, this will be not a best of 3. Sorry, a 3-game set. So we will play out games 1, 2, and 3 for your viewing pleasure for this episode of Rivalry Night. And same thing will be done for the Stanley Cup Final Rewind episode, which you can check out on the first episode of that episode concept next week Wednesday when we will revisit a classic Stanley Cup Final from the 1993-94 NHL season. Meanwhile, back after this one, we got 1 down and 5 to go. Another visitor scoring chance. This time it'll be a 24. It reads, home goalie must make spec saves, so Patrick Waugh needs to net a 1 or a 2 to make the stop. He won't, and it's 3-0 right away. Let's see who scored the goal. 9. We got ourselves a second best shot rating. So the best out there is Bellows. Oh, we have a tie here. We have a tie between Bellows and LeBeau. The second best is going to go to Gilbert Dion. So the second best is going to go to Gilbert Dion. Oh, I'm sorry. It's visitors. Sorry. It's visitors. My mistake. I caught myself. The best out there right now is Mike Ricci. The second best is going to go to Martin Rukshinski. My fault. So Martin Rukshinski will score the third goal of the game for the Nordiques. And let's move on. We got 2 down and 4 to go until this segment automatically ends. Penalty check between players 5 and anybody in the ice for the Nordiques. It looks like tie or go on the power play. We either tie or, unfortunately, the Nordiques are going to go to the box and have Montreal go on the power play. At this rate, down 3-0. Oh man, if you're the Habs, you want to go on the power play. So I think that's what we'll do. So you know what? I think yes, that's what we'll do. So we're gonna have Owen Nolan go to the box because he has a penalty rating of 2.5. So Guy Carbonneau is going to move in on the Stefan Facette to hopefully make a 2 or a 3 with a dot to make the stop. He won't, and the Habs get on the board courtesy of Guy Carbonneau on the power play. We scored 3 here in this segment and 3 to go. Home scoring chance of a 64. Home defense stop breakaway chance. Visitor goalie must make spec saves. So Stefan Facette needs to net a 1, 2, or 3 to stop the breakaway attempt by the Habs. And he will do so nobody flips, and we will move on to the next segment. We got ourselves a home scoring chance, and it reads of a 22. Visitor goalie must make spec save. So again, Stefan Facette was pushed into duty once. Can he do it again? 1, 2, or 3 will stop it. It will back-to-back spec saves. Nobody flips, and we will move on to the next segment. We got ourselves a penalty check between players 4 and 2. That's Stefan Lebeau against Curtis Lashushin. It looks like both players have the same penalty rating of 0.5, so no penalty is called. The refs say play on, but if I catch you doing something stupid, you are going to go to the sin bin. And that is going to be it for this first period here at the Forum in Montreal. And without further delay, it's a 3-1 lead for the Quebec Nordiques. Let's go to the second period of this episode of Rivalry Night for the Battle of Quebec between the Habs and the Nordiques. We start the second period with a quality check between players 5 and 4. That's JJ Deschenaux, or Deschenais, I hope I'm saying that right. Yeah, it's Deschenaux. Sorry. Against Tim Hunter, the quality we're looking for is speed. It looks like Deschenaux is going to win this one as he does have speed. So he's going to be moving in on Stefan Facette to hopefully net a 1, 2, or a 3 with a dot to make the stop, which he won't. The game is within 1 goal, courtesy of JJ Deschenaux. So 1 down, 5 to go. Quality check between both players in 3. That's Keane and Huff. The battle of the mics. Mike Keane against Mike Huff. The quality we're looking for is star. Neither player has star between Keane and Huff. So we will move on to the next segment here in this one. Penalty check between players 3 and anybody in the ice for the Nordiques. It looks like Ewan is going to go to the box either way because he has the highest penalty rating of 2.5. So it's going to be Ricci. We'll say Ricci takes the power play attempt. So he's going to move in on Patrick Waugh to hopefully net a 1, 2, or 3 to make the stop, which he will do so. The score remains Quebec 3, Montreal 2 as we head to the second period, to the 15th minute of the second period. We get ourselves a quality check between players 2 And anybody on the ice for the Nordiques, the quality we're looking for is hit. It looks like Marcel Dion's not going to win this one as he does, or excuse me, Gilbert Dion, I should say, is not going to win this one as he does not have hit printed on his card. The only three guys out there are Lapointe, Finn, and Foote. Let's have the red die decide. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Again, that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Adam Foote is going to take the is going to take the quality check win, and he will move in on Patrick Waugh to hopefully net a 1, 2, or 3 to make the stop. Patrick Waugh does it yet again as he keeps this game right where it's at for the 92-93 Habs to try to mount a comeback here in Game 2 of this episode of Rivalry Night here for the Hockey Blast Express Hour. Visitor scoring chance of a 24. It reads, home goalie must make spec save. Patrick Waugh needs to net a 1 or 2 in order to make the spec save. He does. Nobody flips, and that is going to be it for the second period. The Nordiques hang on for a 3-2 lead over the 92-93 Montreal Canadiens. We begin the third period with a visitor scoring chance of a 42. Visitor player in 5, that is Matt Sundin. He creates a goal for his team with a quality roll of skill or a triangle. He does have a triangle, and he does have skill well enough to move in on Patrick Waugh to hopefully net a 1, 2, or 3 to make the stop. He won't, and Matt Sundin gives the Nordiques a 4-2 lead. One down and 5 to go before this segment automatically ends. Just want to make sure I clicked on the right button. We got ourselves a quality check between anybody in the ice for the Habs against player number 4. That for the Nordiques, that is Martin Raczynski. The quality is we're looking for is speed. The only two guys, excuse me, it's 4, 6. Yes. Oh, yes, I'm sorry. Yes, 6 and 4. 6 is anybody on the ice for the Habs against player number 4 for the Nordiques. That is Martin Raczynski. The only two out there with speed are Damphouse and Lehman. It's Damphouse. And it will be Damphouse. So both guys between Damphouse and Martin Raczynski both have speed, and we will move on to the next segment here in this one. Another quality check. This time it'll be between players 5 and 1. That's Lehman and Duchesne. The quality is power. Neither Duchesne or Lehman have power, and that is going to be it for that segment, and we will move on to the next one. Quality check between players 2 and 4. That is Brisebois and Nolan. The quality is star. It looks like Owen Nolan's going to win this one as he does have star well enough to move in on Patrick Waugh to hopefully net a 1, 2, or 3 to make the stop. Again, Patrick Waugh stands on his head, looks to the sky, and posts the Statue of Liberty to nab that one. And we will go now to the final segment of Game 2 here with a home scoring chance of a 25. Choice home player rolls for a goal using assist stars +2. So again, choice home player rolls for a goal, using assist stars +2. Just by looking at it, Brian Bellows is going to be the only guy to take this because the other one, because Gilbert Dion, Leclerc, and Leclerc are going to have 2 or 3 with a dot. Kevin Haller and Guy Carbonneau is going to have to roll a 1 or a 2. So it's Brian Bellows is going to take this. So it's a 3 or a 4 with a dot to force this, hopefully to force this game to the empty net mini chart. Can he do it? No, he can't. That is going to be your ball game, folks. Bellows needed to score a 3 or a 4 with a dot. He got a 4 with a blank, and the Quebec Nordiques are going to win game 2 to go to a winner-take-all game 3 here on the first episode of Rivalry Night for the Hockey Blast Express Hour. Wow. Can't wait for that. Can't wait for game 3, and neither will you. So stay tuned for that. And before we head to game 3, let's take a look at your Rivalry Night summary so far, plus the game summary from game 2 here for today's episode, presented by your favorite Bitty Beer products. Nice bounce back victory by the Quebec Nordiques as they defeat the 92-93 Montreal Canadiens by a final score of 4-2. As we welcome you inside the Bitty Beer post-game show presented by your favorite Bitty Beer products for game 2 of this episode of Rivalry Night. As you guys can see from our game summary, Guy Carbonneau and JJ Deschanel will take home the honors for scoring for Montreal. And JJ Deschanel would take home another quality check win, this time for the quality of speed. For the Quebec Nordiques, Joe Sakic would take honors for scoring on the power play for the Nordiques. Mike Ricci and Matt Sundin and Martin Rachinski would also take home goals as Sundin would score the game winner in the third period. Your key plays of the game are as follows for game 2. In the first period, and between the 10th and 15th minute, Stephane Facette made spectacular saves in back-to-back segments. Patrick Waugh made in the second period netted 3 key saves, 2 play and 1 spec saves. And in the third period, Patrick Waugh again made another key play save off of Owen Nolan's quality check attempt of Star. And of course, at the end of it all, Stephane Facette made a good goal line stand after stopping Montreal's goal scoring attempt, win the game by a final score of 4-2. For 3 stars of the game for game number 3 are as follows. JJ Deschanel would take home honors for star number 3, as he would score his second goal of this rivalry night matchup, as well as his second quality check win. Star number 2 went to Stephane Facette, who got the win and netted an unofficial total of 28 saves. Matt Sundin would be your first star of the game, as he netted game-winning goal in the third period. Speaking of game 3, stay tuned for game 3 coming up next. And without further delay, let's get right into game 3 of this episode of Rivalry Night for the Hockey Blast Express Hour between the 1982-93 Montreal Canadiens and the 1982-93 Quebec Nordiques. It's the Battle of Quebec for this episode the inaugural episode of Rivalry Night. And we're going to begin with a quality check between both players in one. That's Young and Desjardins. The quality we're looking for is speed. It looks like Young's going to win this one as he does have speed. So he's going to be moving in on Patrick Waugh to hopefully net for 1, 2, or 3 to make the stop, which he will do so. We move on to the next segment with a quality check. Oh, excuse me, a penalty check, I should say, between both players in five. Carbonneau and Sakic. It looks like both guys have the same penalty rating of 0.5. And we will move on to the next segment here in game three. Quality check again. This time it'll be between players five and anybody on the ice for the Habs. The quality we're looking for is speed. Player number five, that's Mike Ricci, so he's not going to win this one. So the only two out there are Dion and Dejanot. Um, hmm. I think we're going to go with Dion. I think we're going to go with Dion. So he's going to win the quality check battle between him and Ricci for speed. As Dion will move in on Stefan Facette to hopefully net a 1, 2, or 3 with a dot to make the stop. He won't, and the Habs will take the early 1-0 lead, courtesy of Gilbert Dion. One down and 5 to go here in this segment. And we got ourselves a quality check between players five and anybody in the ice and player number three, I should say, my fault. It'll be Sundin against Haller. The quality we're looking for is skill. It looks like both Sundin and Haller both have skill, and that is going to be it for this segment, and we will move on to the next one. Home scoring chance of a 25, and it reads choice home player rolls for a goal using assist stars +2. It looks like I'm going to give the opportunity to Sakic, so he needs to roll a 3 or 4 with a dot to score the goal, which he will do so to tie things up at 1, courtesy of Joe Sakic. One down and 5 to go. Oh, visitor scoring chance of a 55. Home player in 5. That is Dejanot. Oh, yes, I didn't. Yeah, he wasn't used. So home player in 5. That's JJ Dejanot. Home player in 5. Excuse me. That's Mike Ricci. He stops a Montreal goal opportunity with a quality roll of power or a square. Yes, he does have power and he does have square well enough to stop the Montreal goal opportunity to further expand the lead. And after 20 minutes of play in the books, the score is knotted up at 1 with the Rivalry Night series is tied up at 1 apiece. We begin the second period with a penalty check, I should say, between players 3 and 2, Lapointe and Damphouse. It looks like Claude Lapointe's going to go to the box as Vincent Damphouse is going to move in on Stefan Facette to hopefully net a 2 or a 3 with a dot to make the save. He won't, and Vincent Damphouse puts the Habs in front by a score of 2-1 on the power play. Yep. One down and 5 to go in this segment. Quality check between players, anybody in the ice for the Nordiques against player number 1. That is Lyle Odelin. The quality we're looking for is speed. Odelin is not going to win this one. So the only player out there with speed is Matt Sundin. Matt Sundin is going to win this one as he moves in on Patrick Waugh to hopefully net a 1, 2, or 3 to make the stop. He won't, and Sundin right away ties up the game at 2-all. So 1 down, 2 down, and 4 to go here in this segment. We got ourselves a quality check between players 4 and 3. That's Hunter and Keen. The quality is smart. Keen has smart, so he's going to be moving in on Stefan Facette to hopefully net a 1-2 or a 3 with a dot to make the stop. A 3 with a blank won't do it. Montreal takes a 3-2 lead, courtesy of Mike Keen. Yes. We scored, I believe, 3 in this segment and 3 to go, I believe. Quality check between players 3 and 5. That's Gusarov and Dejanot. The quality we're looking for is skill. Both Gus and Dejanay have skill. Excuse me. We will, and then, excuse me, and that is going to be it for this segment, and we will move on to the next one. We got ourselves a quality check to begin the next segment here between players 5 and anyone on the ice for the Habs. It'll be Sakic against quality is smart. Only 3 guys out there with smart for the Habs are Brisebois, Bellows, and Lehman. And once again, I do want to keep at least one triangle, one circle, one square, and one power play circle star symbol out there. Unfortunately for Mr. Sakic, he was called upon. So we will go right across from him with Gary Lehman, as both Sakic and Lehman have smart. And we will move on to the next segment here in this one. Home scoring chance of a 24, and it reads, visitor goalie must make spec save. Patrick Waugh is known for this. But in this season, 1 or 2, let's see if he can do it again. No, the game is tied up at 3, courtesy of the second player on the player with the second best shot rating on the Quebec Nordiques. So it looks like Ricci has the best. Martin Raczynski has going to be the one to score the goal off of Patrick Waugh to tie things up at 3 here in this winner-take-all Game 3 for today's episode of Rivalry Night for the Hockey Blast Express Hour. So 1 down and 1 to go, and 1 down and 5 more to go. We stay put in this segment with a quality check between players 5 and 3. Ricci and Todd Ewan. The quality we're looking for is hit. It looks like we're both Ricci and Ewan have hit, so we will move on to the next segment here in this one. A quality check. I almost said home scoring chance. Sorry. We got ourselves a quality check between players 5 and 3, Sundin and Holler. The quality we're looking for is star. It looks like Matt Sundin is going to win this one, as he does have star well enough to move in on Patrick Waugh. So hopefully not a 1, 2, or 3 to make the stop. He stops it to keep this game knotted up at 3 as we head to the final period of today's episode for Rivalry Night. We get ourselves a home scoring chance of a 15. It reads, visitor goalie must make shot save. Oh, Patrick Waugh is not known for this. A 1 or a 2 with a dot to make the stop. It won't. The Nordiques take a 4-3 lead right off the bat. Player number 5. Oh, choice player. So again, when choice player rolled. So for this, what I do is I re-roll the red die. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 is a re-roll. So in this case, I rolled a 3. Mike Huff will score the goal for the Quebec Nordiques as they take a 4-3 lead Wow, from out of nowhere. So one down and five to go. Penalty check between both players in four. That's Leclerc and Nolan. It looks like Owen Nolan's going to go to the box as John Leclerc is going to move in on Stefan Facette to hopefully tie things up on the power play, but to prevent him, a 2 or 3 with a dot on Facette's play save will do so. It won't. The game is tied up at 4, courtesy of John Leclerc. So 1, 2 down and 4 to go. Oh, triple fours. We got ourselves another fight. This time, let's give the folks what they want. Again, Hunter and Muller are going to be swinging for the fences here. The bell sounds, and here we go. Seriously, the ref breaks up the fight. It's like, nah, 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 nah. You guys are going to go to the box. We had enough. These fans don't want to see a fight again. I will have you know, you guys had better be posting boo in those comments. So in this case, it will be a no action result because no punches were landed. It's a tie, so we will move on to the next segment here in this one. We got ourselves a quality check. Yes, quality check between players 5 and 4. That's Sakic and LeBeau. The quality is hit. Neither Sakic or LeBeau has hit, so we will move on to the next segment here in this one. Quality check between players 2 and 3. That is Stephen Finn, and Mike Keane. The quality is skill. It looks like Keane's going to win this one as he does have skill. So he's going to move in on Stefan Facette to hopefully net a 1, a 2, or a 3 with a dot to make the stop. He won't, and the Montreal Canadiens take a 5-4 lead courtesy of Mike Keane. We will stay put in this segment. 1 down and 5 to go. Visitor scoring chance of a 36. Visitor player in 3, that is Todd Ewan. He creates a goal with a quality roll of smart or a triangle. Ewan does not have smart, neither does he have a triangle, so therefore it's a no action result. And we will move on to the next segment here in this one. Oh, and a penalty check between players 3 and 1. That's Lapointe and Bellows. It looks like Claude Lapointe's going to go to the box as Brian Bellows will move in on Stefan Facette to hopefully net a 2 or 3 with a dot to take us to the empty net mini chart. A goal won't. And it looks like a goal is not going to be able to take us to the empty net mini chart, but we'll have to see what happens as we stay put in this segment as Brian Bellows scores this Montreal's sixth goal of game 3. And we will move on to another home scoring. Oh, we got a home scoring chance now of a 46. Visitor defense player in 1. That is Desjardins. He stops a Quebec goal with a quality roll of star or a square. Yes, and yes, ladies and gentlemen, that is going to be it. The 92-93 Montreal Canadiens will take this version of the Battle of Quebec, winning game 3 by a final of 6-4 as they win it. This Rivalry Night episode, the inaugural Rivalry Night episode, 2-1. And with that, we welcome you inside the post game show presented by your favorite Bitty Beer products. For game three, as you guys can see, Montreal defeated Quebec by a final score of 6-4. Um, and they have overall took and Montreal took the overall Rivalry Night series from the 92-93 Quebec Nordiques, 2-1. Their goal scorers from game three are as follows. Gilbert Dion scored first for the Habs. Uh, then came Vincent Damphouse and John Leclerc, both on, and Brian Bellows on the power play. Brian Bellows was the key um, I would say go ahead goal on the power play. But Mike Keane somehow came from out of nowhere and scored 2 goals in this game. And no doubt he is considered to be one of the 3 stars for game three. Montreal took no penalties, but in the quality check department, Gilbert Dion and Mike Keane took home quality check wins for Montreal as Gilbert Dion took home speed. Mike Keane took home smart and skill in quality check wins. For the Quebec Nordiques, Joe Sakic scored his second goal. So did Mike Huff, and so did Mark Rachinski. But Matt Sundin, my God, he was everywhere this Rivalry Night series as he scored his third goal of this Rivalry Night series between the Habs and the Nordiques. Claude Lapointe unfortunately, took the penalty purposes, joining Owen Nolan as well as both of them suffered an opponent's power play goal from to Montreal. But in the quality check department, you will see that Young and Sundin took home honors as both of them took home speed, but Matt Sundin took home uh, representatives for the star quality check wins for Quebec. For key plays from game three are as follows. Mike Ricci would stop a key Montreal goal scoring attempt to keep the game tied after 20 minutes, which I thought was a really, really nice key save. But in the fifth minute, it was a back and forth goal fest between Montreal and Quebec with 2 quality check wins, naming 1 goal each. Plus, Montreal would take the back and forth matchup on the power play. In the 15th minute of the second period, as you guys saw, Martin Rachinski netted the game tying goal. Patrick Waugh also kept the game tied after 40 minutes of play with a key play save off of a quality check win by Quebec's Mats Sundin. In the third minute, of course, as mentioned before, Brian Bellows scored the game winner on the power play, but Eric Desjardins, following up from that goal scoring attempt on the power play, Eric Desjardins made a huge play to stop Quebec from scoring and sending the game into overtime, as you guys saw with the Habs winning it 6-4. For 3 stars from game three are as follows. Brian Bellows would take home honors for star number 3 with the game winner on the power play. It was a tough decision to give him star 3, but he would be the third star of the game. Your second star would go to Eric Desjardins, even though he didn't score in the game. He got a key stop in the 20th minute to prevent the Habs, or excuse me, to prevent the Nordiques, I should say, from scoring in the 20th minute of the third period. But star number 1, and I had to pick him, Mike Keane, with 2 goals and 2 quality check wins for the Habs. Uh, but for overall, for the stars of this episode, JJ Dejanot would take home honors for star number 3 with 2 goals and 2 quality check wins. Matt Sundin, even though I couldn't make him the first star, I decided to give him the second star of this episode by scoring 3 goals and netting 2 quality check wins. But star number 1, coming off of game 3, Mike Keane would take home honors for the first star of the game with 2 goals and 2 quality check wins. I could have flip flop back and forth, but I decided to give Mike Keane the honors for star number 1 as he netted the 2 goals and 2 quality check wins. We hope you enjoyed today's episode of the Hockey Blast Express Hour. Here's what's coming up next time here on the show as we take a look back and debut the first ever episode of the Stanley Cup Finals Rewind. That matchup will feature the 1994 Stanley Cup Final featuring the New York Rangers and the Vancouver Canucks. That episode will premiere at 3 o'clock Eastern, 8 p.m. UK time, here on my channel. We hope you enjoyed today's episode of the Hockey Blast Express Hour. We look forward to bringing you more episodes of Rivalry Night, Stanley Cup Finals rewind matchups, and goal scoring frenzy throughout the 2025-26 National Hockey League season.